I'm here with Robbie Roemer from the University of Miami. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Robbie Roemer. I'm a graduate student at the University of Miami Rosenthal School of Marine and Atmospheric Science, which is where we are today. It's right out before Key Biscayne. I'm currently heading and helping to initiate the Urban Shark Research Program. We're basically assessing and seeing where sharks in downtown Miami are moving in relation to the level of activity that people are having.
So how exactly do you track the movement of the sharks?
We have two main kind of electronic ways of tracking sharks. The first is what a lot of people know. This is a satellite tag. You actually attach it like this to the dorsal fin, and every time that this antenna breaks the surface, it'll transmit the location in real time. We'll get an email every morning about where our sharks are. My project actually focuses on something called acoustic biotelemetry. We actually surgically implant an acoustic tag, then start sending out an ultra high frequency transmission, and I surgically implant this into the animal. I then suture it up. Sharks have amazing healing capacity, so that wound is actually healed within 3 days. And that tag's constantly pinging, and it's constantly pinging to be for a listening station, which is placed underwater. And when a shark comes around within a half a mile, around 800 meters from a listening station, it'll record the date, the time, and the unique ID code of that animal. We'll plug them into our computers, and we can see what animals have come around throughout the whole year. This tag is $300. This tag is about $3,000 to $7,000.
Sharks are being spotted closer to shore in shallow waters. What's your opinion on this?
I think part of that's due to now we have social media, everybody has a cell phone now, they can record. I think sharks were always there to some extent. Some sharks come into shallow water completely naturally. The blacktip shark, for instance, there's a blacktip shark migration that happens every year, and it almost seems like the media forgets about it every year because you hear it on the news, sharks are in close, thousands of sharks spotted off the coast of Florida. But that's what they've been doing since long before you and I were on the earth. If a shark's food source is depleted and they can't find food anymore, and may come in and explore new areas for potential food items.
So what are some current threats to sharks?
Now, some of the biggest are what we call bycatch, and that is when, let's say we're tuna fishermen, okay, and we're out catching tuna. We have these long lines that go 50 miles long. A tuna can fetch up to $1 million in the right market in Japan. We don't want to fill our boat with sharks that can only fetch about 60 cents a pound. All the sharks on those that have been hooked will die. You have a species that can't really recoup from that very easily. Another threat is the shark fin trade. There's a lot of shark fin soup that's being consumed now in Asia. They're starting to have a middle class when they're moving from a more communist state to a more democratic state, and demand shark fin soup because it's a status symbol. It's like somebody driving around in a Lexus versus an Xterra, you know? They want to be seen in the Lexus. They want to be seen eating shark fin soup. And we're not immune to this problem. The United States is the 6th largest exporter of shark fins. There are a couple other threats to sharks, and climate change. As water warms, ocean water warms, it gets more acidic. That bleaches the coral. And then everything that depends on the coral to live and thrive dies. Therefore, the shark's prey is now gone.
Kaylin, after speaking to Robbie, I'm starting to question whether sharks are a greater threat to humans or humans are a greater threat to sharks.
Well, we should get more info before we jump to any conclusions.
All right, let's go talk to some people.
How many species of recorded sharks?
300 species.
Aren't they all the same species? Under 15?
Like 30? 300? 300.
More than 100, I would say.
There are over 450 species of sharks worldwide. On average, a new shark is discovered about once every 3 weeks.
What? I'm shook.
Oh my god.
How many teeth do sharks lose in a lifetime?
5,000?
75.
300.
I feel like this is a math question.
50?
30,000 to about 45,000 on average. So this is a tiger shark. You can tell by the way the teeth kind of swoop back. You can see these rows of teeth that are just basically the next in line in a conveyor belt. The first time a shark uses its tooth, it's then pretty much dull. It needs to be replaced.
30,000, wow.
Yeah.
But I'm so off.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Wow.
in their lifetime.
Can you describe the shark skin?
Like slippery.
Like a snake's, right? Scaly?
It's like sandpaper, I would say. Like.
Yeah, shark skin is made up of what we call dermal denticles. which are basically tiny skin teeth. Through the course of evolution, sharks' teeth have actually migrated back over the body. It's really hydro-efficient, allows sharks to swim very fast.
Which shark can survive in both fresh and salt water?
Bull shark.
It's a nurse shark, if I'm right.
Great white shark?
So the answer you're looking for is a bull shark. They can survive in both fresh and salt water. That's through the process of actually their urine. They come from salt water to fresh water. They can constantly flush their system, and basically they're constantly peeing, and that helps regulate the salt.
Myth or fact, you're more likely to get killed by a coconut than by a shark.
I would say by a coconut.
Myth.
But the coconut.
It's a myth.
Coconut.
You're actually more likely to get hit by a coconut and die from that than get attacked by a shark. You're also 6 times more likely to get bitten by another human on the New York subway. 4 times the amount of people die every year trying to take a selfie. I think you're okay in getting in the water. Just don't take a selfie while you do it.
How long can sharks hold their breath for?
3 hours.
1 hour, I would say.
An hour. No, 9.
Wait, they can't hold their breath.
Oh,
Can they?
All right, no.
What? I thought they had the gills.
Sharks are not mammals. They do give live birth. They actually do something called ram ventilation, which is they have to swim in order to breathe. Blood vessels and capillaries pick up the oxygen in the gills.
I was about to say that, but
Come on, I watched Finding Nemo.
Are sharks a threat to humans, or are humans a bigger threat to sharks?
I think humans, definitively, yeah. A shark will never want to kill you if you're not like disrupting him.
Human is more dangerous than shark.
We're just awful people.
They do all that waste disposal in the oceans.
Humans
Right.
destroy everything.
Yeah.
Humans are by far the biggest threat to sharks. We do kill millions of sharks every year. On average, there are 4 deaths by sharks every year.